Last month, guys, I had 2 extra euros left from my salary, and honestly, I have no idea what to do with them. So I checked the news, and I come across headlines about houses in Italy that you can buy for €1. A bunch of villages set up some kind of housing system, and they're selling houses for €1.
In parts of Italy, they are practically giving houses away.
So I thought, awesome, I'll go and buy 2 houses. But after some thinking, I changed my mind. I decided to go to Europe and rent a camper van for €1 first, like the one you saw in the last video. That's the first euro spent. As for the second euro, I'll use that to buy a house. So now, I'm on the island of Sicily in Italy, and I came here to check out the whole €1 house thing here on this island. I'm just walking around and exploring. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you the full story. Right now, I'm in the city of Palermo. That's the capital of Sicily. But I was looking for a cool spot to start the video from. And I ended up getting lost in the alleys of the city and found myself here. So I thought, let's just start the video here, why not? Look at the layout of this city. Everywhere you go, there are these narrow alleys with balconies, and people always hang their laundry out on them. Honestly, I love the vibe. Life here is so different from other European cities that are all super tidy. I mean, in the last video, I was in Germany, driving around. The system in Germany is so strict. But here, it feels like there's no system. You cross the street, red light, green light, no one cares. You drive without rules, life's just chill, kinda like back home. Honestly, it feels like the people here are just Arabs who speak Italian. That's the vibe, and I love it. Look at this. We're deep in some alley now. I have no idea where I am. I'm gonna try to find my way back to the main streets. But until then, let's just get lost together in these alleys. Where am I?
Questo di pallone ancora qualche.
Ok, va bene. Ok, grazie.
I still have no clue where I am. I'm just walking around these narrow streets. After this, I'm heading to the villages that are selling houses for €1 to check them out. This video isn't a tourist guide about Sicily, so don't expect a history lesson or food tour or anything. Well, maybe a little, but not too much. We'll save that for another video. Our main goal now is to invest in a house. I've been saving up €1 for months just so I could come here and buy one. Hopefully they accept payment in installments. What's amazing is that since I started walking around this city, it feels like I'm in an open-air museum. It's all ruins and churches, so many that a lot of them are just neglected. That's how many there are. And the homes are beautiful. Every single one has a balcony, like the ones above us here. Literally every single building I've seen so far has balconies. I haven't found a single one without them. And most of them have laundry hanging off them. By the way, Sicily has a really important history in Islam, since it was under Muslim rule for 300 years, because of its amazing location, right in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So Muslims conquered it and made huge contributions to the culture here. But sadly, at the end of Muslim rule, there was heavy persecution of Muslims and Arabs. They were forcing Muslims to convert religions, and many Muslims were killed here. Even today, we can still notice that the Islamic traces in this region are neglected, and most mosques in Sicily have been turned into churches. So, there are basically 2 sides to this history. When I was on my way from the airport, I nearly had 70 car accidents because there are no real traffic laws here. I'm used to Germany and their order, but here, it's actually 1,000 times better because you feel more relaxed. I'm going to grab some gelato before we leave Palermo. I've been craving gelato for a while. I ordered pistachio and mango gelato and added panna, which is a sort of cream. If you want real gelato in Italy, you gotta top it with fana.
Grazie mille.
Sei un influencer.
Oh?
Influencer.
Yes, for YouTube.
What's the name?
I can give you the name. Good day. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Man, that looks delicious. Honestly, guys, I didn't even research or check which shop was the best. I just walked into the first one I saw. I got my gelato from that place, and it's a solid 10 out of 10. This is the real deal. It's insane. I'm thinking about moving to Sicily and buying a house just so I can eat gelato every day. How crazy is this? I didn't check ratings or anything, just walked into a random shop and it turned out amazing. Oh man, time's up in Palermo. Let's get moving. First, I'm heading to a town called Sicily. It's a city. Some people told me to check it out. It's about an hour away. And since we still have time today, I'm going there first. Then we'll head to the village with the €1 houses. Let's go. The good and bad thing about driving here is there are no rules. People don't wait at crosswalks, they just cross anywhere, right in front of cars, from the left or right. No one cares about route safety. It's exactly like driving back home. That's the nice part, but you gotta get used to it first. Luckily, I'm used to it now. Off we go. Even the buildings here make you feel like you're in one of our old Arab cities. Like you're in Aleppo or downtown Cairo. Their cities here in Sicily feel close to ours. I think they're similar to our cities. Maybe because of the shared history, but it's really cool. Their cities are suitable for the Arabs. I've arrived in the city of Sicily, in Sicily, Italy. There it is. We'll just take a look from afar, because this isn't a tourist video. In this video, we're gonna invest the €2 that I have. So, here's the city of Sicily. We've arrived at Mussomeli, one of the Italian villages selling houses for €1. Can we really buy a house today? Or maybe tomorrow? Anyway, time to check out the houses. You sell for €1? We entered the old town of Mussomeli. Man, there's a special charm here, that old town vibe the moment you step in. This is the Mussomeli Cathedral, and here I think is the main square of the town. I'm following Google Maps. I have no idea where it's taking me. Look at these streets. I have to go through this tiny alley. No clue how I'll fit through. I'm stuck. It's not gonna work. No way. Finally made it. Man, driving here is tough. These streets are impossible. I couldn't even film properly because I was busy driving. I just parked the car, and I'm heading to the hotel. Then we'll head out and take a quick look at the town. Good morning from Mussomeli village. Today I'm gonna tell you all the details on how someone can buy a house in Italy for just €1. Maybe all the houses around here are €1 each. Look guys, some people actually live here. They hang their laundry on their balconies and the hotel I'm staying at is right here. I'll show you soon. But yeah, this village is something else. Most of the tourists here are people coming just to check out the €1 houses. This is the hotel I'm staying at, right behind that building, which is exactly the main square of the town. But it's still early morning, so the streets are pretty empty. It's about 9 a.m., and I'm waiting to meet someone from the organization responsible for selling these €1 houses. They're going to give us all the info, and then we'll go check out the houses they have for sale, and everything you need to know if you're thinking about buying a €1 house in Italy. I'm now in the main square in Mussomeli village, Sicily, Italy, and I'm waiting for the person who's going to show us the houses for €1.
Oh, hello. It's you.
My
Nice
colleague
to meet you.
Cinzia.
How are you? Ciao, ciao.
It's okay.
It's okay, I'm Kassem.
Kasim.
Yes. From the email.
The problem is no speak English, speak French.
No.
My colleague speak in English, no, not in office today.
Oh. Okay, good English. Very good English.
No,
Arabic?
No, peggio di peggio.
no.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
Hi.
I'm Angela. I worked with Natalie. I'm not present because my daughter had a baby and I'm in the hospital at the moment.
Oh.
Okay.
Get well soon.
Right.
As soon as they arrive, they've been pulling out a giant bunch of keys from their bag.
These are for the €1 houses too?
€1 house and Matrice.
You know what I did today? I got €2 with me. I want 2 houses. 2 houses, please. Or maybe 1, but I don't know if they have change, you know.
€1.
This house is €1.
Yes.
Okay, this and this?
It's the same.
Ah, it's the same building.
2 level.
Okay.
Guys, we found the first house. It's for sale for €1. We're about to go inside and check it out. The whole house for €1.
It's crazy.
Il giardino qua questa ci possiamo fare vedere.
Oh, wow.
This is the house we're walking into right now.
This is €1.
€1.
Literally, you can buy this for €1. And honestly, it's way better than I imagined. All the stuff left here is from the original owners. Looks like they had kids, because there's a lot of children's stuff around. Inside here, there's a second room. And there's also a kitchen inside. And the whole house is in a much better state than I thought it would. Amazing.
Do they have any expectation? Did you ask her if they have expectations for how much it would cost to renovate?
This one looks like internal. If it's internal, maybe depends how much you want to spend, doesn't it? Maybe,
Yeah, it could be like 20 to 40.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
The house is so old, you can find scriptures. If someone discovered them now, they'd probably put them in a museum. They're this old. And over here, I don't even know what this is. All these old things were just left behind by the original owners of the house. It's been around 15 years since anyone lived here. 15 years, abandoned just like that. The owners left it behind and decided to hand it over to the government. And the government is selling it now for €1. And here's the basement of the house. Take a look at this, guys. Wow, what's that?
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
More than 400 homes.
Altra agenzia anche.
Wow, so there are more than 400 foreigners living in Mussomeli.
Sì.
Wow. Asking about the locals?
No problem.
No problem, no razzismo.
The locals, no problem with the foreigners buying it.
Okay.
It's not working. The renovation starts. You see?
The door won't even close. We just got here and already the first thing that needs fixing is the door. She's banging on it, trying to make it work. Okay? Before we continue the house tour, let me tell you a bit about why Italy started this €1 house project in the first place. Around 2019, the Italian government realized that many small villages were losing their residents instead of growing. Most people were moving to bigger cities in search of work, education, and a better life. So, what do you do with all the houses left behind? Especially when their owners are abandoning them, since if you own multiple properties in Italy, you pay higher taxes. So, many people simply gave up the homes that had been in their families for generations and walked away. That's when the Italian government decided to step in to bring life back to these villages by offering these abandoned homes, especially the ones in really bad shape. For just €1 to anyone who's interested. But of course, there's a catch. You don't just pay €1 and walk away. The €1 is the actual purchase price, but you're required to renovate the house within 3 years of buying it. You're required to at least renovate the facade of the house. To make sure you actually do that, they take a deposit from you. That deposit gets refunded once the renovation is complete. If you don't renovate, you lose the deposit. So, all these houses around us, many of them are abandoned. The government decided to offer them to anyone for €1. And I think this one right here is one of them. There are a lot of homes being sold for €1. As we were walking, we passed by this house. They told us this one also costs just €1.
Questa casa è una casa ad €1. L'unica obbligazione per queste case è di ristrutturare entro 3 anni l'esterno della casa, la facciata, le porte, le finestre e il tetto. L'interno hai tutto il tempo che vuoi.
The thing is, this house's foundation is basically hollow, so they said we can't go in because the floor might collapse. So yeah, they won't let us check it out from the inside. But how am I supposed to know if I want it or not if I can't see it? No idea. But again, the price is €1.
Le case sono poggiate sulla pietra.
The whole building?
Sì.
All building?
Yes.
€1.
Natalie.
Allora, anche questa casa è una casa ad €1 e come potete vedere ha le porte aperte.
Okay.
Open for sale.
Open for sale.
This house, well, this whole building actually counts as one house, also costs €1. They said we can't go in because the staircase inside is destroyed, so it's dangerous. But the door is open. So maybe we can peek in from here? This village we're in, Mussomeli, about 20 years ago, had a population of nearly 15,000 people. But over the years, many left. So today it's down to just 10,000 people. And that's one of the main reasons the Italian government launched this initiative, to attract more people here. Even though the population is shrinking, honestly, the village is stunning. Sure, there are abandoned houses, but as you walk through, it really feels like you're strolling through a medieval village. It has that vibe. But there's no job opportunities, so everyone's trying to leave. But look at this view. Most of the homes, especially the ones with a front-facing side like this, they usually have balconies that overlook absolutely stunning scenery in the Italian countryside. Beautiful for real. If anyone's thinking of moving here and has an extra euro, come here.
No connection. The ground floor and one floor.
Oh, but it's all one house.
Yes.
One house.
This house here, €1.
Okay. €1.
Yes.
Negotiable. Okay. 50 cents?
Yes.
Okay.
50 cent, 50 cent.
Check out the key that opens the door.
It's very old. How old?
È molto antica.
Ooh. Oh, someone was living here.
The furniture included €1.
Okay.
She told me all the furniture is included in the €1 price. So you could take this jacket, this sweater, all the clothes, and everything in the house. It's all included for €1.
Included. €1. Okay. Wow. Approximately how much for renovation like this house?
I don't know.
Like a 20,000, 30,000?
More or less, yes.
Something like this.
So, this house I'm in right now has an upstairs room. But it's not directly connected to the downstairs room, even though it's technically part of the same house. There's a staircase that takes you down to the street, which is just about a 5-minute walk from the village center. The door, look how old it is. Everything inside is antique. Some of the houses in the village are actually in better condition than the ones we've seen. They need less renovation and are called premium houses. These homes are part of the same government-supported program, designed to make them easier and more affordable to buy, with prices starting at around $5,000. It's the government's way of encouraging people to return, invest, and bring life back into these villages. The difference is that, unlike the €1 houses, these don't require you to commit to renovating them. So we went to check out a few.
This is not €1.
No, €1.
We went into one of the houses priced at €15,000. From the inside, it's clearly been abandoned for a long time. It needs a ton of work. Most of the stuff inside is completely wrecked. But the place is really spacious, and it has an incredible view of the village, the surrounding nature, and the mountain across from it. So yeah, this is the house.
تحكي عربي كويس؟ شوي شوي.
This is the house.
The apartment I'm in now is considered one of the pricier ones in the village of Mussomeli. Not a €1 apartment, but it's got an amazing view. Now, there are €1 homes with views too, but this one is in much better shape inside. Look at it. You could almost live in it as is. Here's the clock. Anyone who wants to check the time, it's right there. The apartment is pretty small, but it's in way better shape than most of the ones we've seen. Never mind. This bathroom is making me change my mind. Bro, what's that? Now let's go downstairs in the same apartment. We were upstairs. I want to go down and see what's downstairs. Is this the living room? Wow, very nice. They also have a nice view from the other side. I found this building while walking. Look at this beautiful terrace. If they sell this apartment for €1, I'd even be willing to pay €2 for it. It really has an amazing terrace. This terrace on the top probably gives us a view of the entire city. But unfortunately, from here we can't see it. Now the real question is, if you actually find a house listed for €1 and decide to buy it, how much would it really cost to fully own it, have it in your name, and get everything settled? First, there's the symbolic €1 you pay to the company handling the sale. That's just the starting point. Second, you'll need around €4,000 to €5,000 for legal fees. That covers the lawyer, the notary, and all the paperwork needed to register the house under your name. These cost between €4,000 and €5,000 for the house to be in your name. Third cost, you should put €8,000 as a deposit to renovate the house, because you are required in the contract to renovate the house within 3 years. So you put €8,000 as a deposit with the Italian government until you finish renovating the house, then they return it to you. And the last cost, of course, is the renovation cost to renovate the house according to the house. Usually they say it costs between €20,000 and €50,000. So if you took the cheapest house, the total cost would be €1 plus €5,000 plus €20,000, meaning €25,001 to own a house in this village in Italy. And now, as I'm walking in the town, I met two people.
Summer من أستراليا.
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام. وسام من نيوزيلندا.
How's it?
How are you guys?
Good.
Summer is one of the people who bought a house here.
What made you decide to move to Mussomeli?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, completely.
How so?
Well, I have some Italian heritage, and I really like a slow pace of life, and I just wanted to kind of reconnect with my roots here, and it's all about community.
Okay.
Ciao, Angela.
Oh.
Bene. A posto.
Arabo, Italiano,
Siciliana.
Siciliano.
Siciliano.
Yes.
Sì.
Okay.
So people from Sicily do not say that they're Italian. They call themselves Sicilian.
They pride themselves in their Sicilian.
Yeah, they even have their own language here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jordania,
Palestini.
Palestina, Jordania.
Lontano.
See,
Very far.
see.
Very far away.
Australia is further, but okay. Okay.
Dopo.
Bye.
Bye.
So wait, you have both.
Yes.
All this.
There's actually 4 houses.
Okay. Oh my God, you have like a whole street for yourself.
I have an entire street.
Wow.
Basically an entire street.
I see, I see.
And I'm probably one of the only people in the town that has this a piazza.
But why such a big property?
Just scusa. Ciao.
Ciao.
Just the family that sold it to me. They were the original part of the house down here was built in 1580.
Wow.
And that's,
1580.
the bottom part here, and it kind of wraps through this labyrinth bowl of spaghetti that I inherited here.
Okay.
It's huge, and it belonged to the church here, which was built in 1530, and the original portion of this house was connected to there. It supplied cheese and salamis to the priests and the monks that were living there. I had kind of come across them coincidentally, and this, and I've kind of been here ever since.
So Summer is inviting me to enter his house and see how the house looks today.
Oh wow, you have a very beautiful view.
Yeah, it's a
You have a very beautiful view.
It's all, again, a work in progress. As you can see, there are wires hanging out everywhere. It's a work in progress. We've been putting it back together. I'll show you a few other places. Rebuilding the stairs. These are actually the original stairs up here. These are made from the marble. As you can see, the marble is worn from the amount of people that have walked up and down the stairs for a few hundred years.
Marble.
Yeah. So it's got a paint over the top of it.
Okay, it looks like wood.
It was really slippery. Yeah, the rooms were like crap, and so we're just repurposing a lot of the stuff that was already in the house.
Yeah.
And kind of bring it back to life. All the old woods, all the old tiles we found.
Beautiful.
Slowly.
Slowly.
As they say here in Sicily, piano piano. Come on up. There's a lot
We have a full house tour?
Yeah.
Full house tour.
There's
Amazing.
a lot of work being done.
Okay.
So my friend Tadeo is a hairdresser, and he's opened up a little salon in here.
Okay.
And he's he's at his other salon at the moment. But he's looking at 20 or 30 people every single day in here. So it becomes very busy, very vibrant. This is 118 years old. Came with the house, got refurbished. This is all being rebuilt as well. It's all very temporary.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, the further down we go, the more disheveled it is. This here is in the process of being rebuilt as well. This is going to be a second kitchen, gallery kitchen.
Okay.
And then, dun, 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 to the dungeon.
Yeah.
This here is going to be another bedroom. So these are the original stones from a few hundred years ago. It's now just a place we've kind of dumped everything we found. We're looking at repurposing different woods and things like that, kind of bringing them back to life, and then just buying what we need to kind of fill in the gaps. In here is going to be a kind of a bathroom. Down here, this is the scary part. Check this out.
What is this? Is this like a well?
No. So I'm removing the roof here and creating an outdoor garden here. Downstairs in the original house is another 4 rooms. But I get incredible sunlight through here, but it's got this roof here, and I'm not going to make another room here. I'm going to take the roof off, build a very beautiful kind of private courtyard garden in there, and it'll be accessible from the other rooms of the house, which are down in the basement. But every room in the house
has an amazing view. Okay. But I mean, when you took it, firstly, didn't you think it was like too much work to start with? Like, why did you take such a huge place?
I think I just wanted to be busy. It's nice to kind of breathe life back into old things. And I always wondered about the people that built this world before us, and you know their names have kind of been lost to the wind, but the relics of them still exist today. And I just always wanted to kind of bring the memory of those people back alive and honor the work that they've done. And I guess like kind of renovation is of antiquities is a way to kind of honor that and also kind of carry that on.
It's like giving it soul, basically.
It's like kind of breathing new life back into it. And, you know, this here was a kitchen that fed people that came here as pilgrims to the Madonna Miracali church. And so that's why I'm going to bring this back to life as a kitchen. The original owner was called Maria. They used to call her Auntie Maria. So I'm going to be calling it Zia Maria.
Okay.
It's going to become a community kitchen. And here I'm building a community garden where the old people can come down and kind of have the little plots and pass down the traditions of gardening to their grandchildren and hopefully continue that tradition. But yeah, it's challenging. At times frustrating, but extremely satisfying. I've got about 3 or 4 rooms left before the crux of the place is done.
Okay.
And I will just kind of be happy to sit back and take it
and relax.
Originally, the house was made from stones that the people living in the house brought from the mountains, and they made a house like this wall we have here. You see how the foundation of the house was, so when people came to live here, they put these walls, which I imagine were made of plaster mostly, and they covered the original shape of the house, so now summer is restoring it to how it used to be. Back then, people probably didn't care much about this aesthetic, but today, this is considered a beautiful design for a house. Most of the areas we've seen so far, Summer isn't living in them yet. He's still renovating. Now he's taking me to the part he's currently living in, and I just saw something.
ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب.
What's that doing here? I don't know. I'll ask him. He went to the bathroom. Anyway, this is the part he's currently living in. He set it up for himself. There's a living room, a TV, and a small makeshift kitchen, just until he finishes the rest of the house. Even though it's makeshift, honestly, it's really impressive. The space is amazing. Wow. And like every part of the house, it's got a beautiful view. Incredible. Guys, honestly, it's amazing. The view is really magical.
I have a question for you.
Yes. Hi.
What is this?
Well, my grandfather on my mother's side is from Dagestan. His name is Imam Shamil, and he's a very famous Muslim freedom fighter.
Okay.
And he passed away on his pilgrimage in Mecca in 1887, and he's buried next to the Prophet's, may peace be upon him's uncle.
Okay.
So I have a lineage of Islam in my blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
Yeah.
Read it.
So I mean, I've got. When I was younger, I studied the Quran.
You studied the Quran.
Yeah. What is beautiful about living here is that there's a lot of centennials that live here. And because it's Sicily, you have the siesta time. So between 1 and 4 or 5, everything's closed. So you are kind of forced to go home to have your lunch. When you go home to have your lunch, you generally have to cook your lunch and you have your family sit down together. So every day you spend this beautiful time together. Then you laugh and you have an aperitif, then you have a little sleep, and then you get up and you go back to work. But the point of it is that spending time with your family and spending time relaxing in the community is more important than working. They prioritize their life here, which is really beautiful.
Part of why I chose to retire here,
basically. Absolutely. Because it's about family, it's about community, it's about quality of life, not the quantity. It's not about money. It's not about how successful you are. It's about how much time can you get to spend relaxing with your family, because they're not always going to be there. You never want to get to a point when you go, I didn't spend enough time with my mama because I was trying to earn money.
We've met these guys here, but now I'm going to go continue my tour.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you guys, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy your day. Bye.
It was such a great opportunity to visit one of the renovated homes in the village. But obviously, This house must have cost way more than just €1. Now I'm walking around again, and honestly, this village is really beautiful. And now that I've met a few people, and after seeing how life is there, it's actually kind of nice. Honestly, every time I walk around, I find a spot with a beautiful view. Look at this view behind me. Seriously, it's gorgeous. That mountain over there has a castle on top. Unfortunately, we won't have time to go there because we're short on time, but this area has so much to offer. At first, I thought that it was an abandoned village, but after walking around a bit and spending a day and a half here, I realized that the village is quite lively. You just have to know when to go out, when to come back, where to find people. At first, I thought no way. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't consider buying anything here. But now, I've started to see some of its charm after spending time here and talking to the locals. Even though it's beautiful, charming, and filled with kind people, the entire old town, which is this whole old part of the town we're walking through, it has no restaurants, no supermarkets, no cafes at all. So basically, you're living here with a nice view, but if you want any services, you have to head to the main square or the new part of town. What's really nice is that many of the homes here still preserve the same stone that was used 700,000 years ago. Look at the stones of this building. It feels like the same stone they used to build the castles we pay to visit. The whole village and its houses are very old and ancient. What's this? Since the village announced the €1 home program, about 400 homes have been sold here in Mussomeli alone. There are many other villages across Italy doing the same, but Mussomeli alone had 400 homes sold. And that means 400 foreigners came to live in this village. Many of them just wanted a home to retire in, so they came and bought a house here. Which means the village is going to have a lot more activity, more people, more life in the coming years. Something that probably wouldn't have happened if the government hadn't launched this program, because the population here was declining. Suddenly, people started showing up, and they brought even more people along. The whole €1 house idea turned into a tourist magnet. Not everyone's here to buy, but many are simply curious to experience the village and see the €1 houses up close. So, because of this project, tourism increased, the economy improved, people are buying homes. So, I really think this project they launched has truly succeeded. What they wanted to happen is actually happening, and that's really great. After a beautiful day spent looking for charming houses, I came back to the hotel where I'm staying. Since I'm here, I want to show you my room, and what view it has. Let's head inside. Look how old everything is. Even the room key is one of those ancient keys. Just look at that, it's like something from the past. What's that woman? Go put something on. This is the room I'm staying in. And this is the bathroom, but I'm not here to show you the bathroom. I want to show you the view from the bathroom. This square is called Piazza Umberto I. It's the main square of the town. What a dreamy location. Very nice. And that's the Cathedral of Mussomeli. The main one, I think. And this is the heart of the city. What's surprising is that if you come during the day, it feels deserted. Barely anyone's around. But once the sun sets, the place fills up. So many people show up.
Ciao!
Suggestioni per i ragazzi e non puoi contenerle, anche se sei informato puoi fare fino a un certo punto, perché poi il primo consiglio è essere informati, seguire i ragazzi eccetera, però puoi fare fino a un certo punto perché poi dopo sei di fronte.
I left Mussomeli this morning. My flight's at around noon, so I had to leave by 8 a.m. Thankfully, I made it to Palermo on time and returned the car. Now I'm heading into the airport. I want to tell you my honest opinion about the houses, in case someone's really thinking of investing in this. But first, let me check in my luggage and get everything sorted. I'll talk to you most likely once I arrive in the next country. This video you just watched was filmed about a month ago. But the important part is, what's the takeaway from this whole trip? Honestly, after visiting Mussomeli and checking out the €1 houses, for me personally, I found that most of the good houses, the genuinely nice ones that are priced at €1, have already been bought. Like, I'm sure you don't want to go all the way to Italy to live in a total ruin. You want a decent house that maybe just needs some renovation to make it nice. But it makes no sense to end up living in a basement or some wreck like that. You want a house with a balcony and amenities. So these houses with balconies and amenities, those priced at €1 have been taken. That's what I saw. If you really have serious intentions to go and live in Italy, you need to get one of the other houses we talked about. Their prices start from €5,000 and can go up to €25,000. These are the ones you can live in. After you renovate them, you'll have a house, maybe with a terrace, with a balcony, a nice house. As for the €1 houses, honestly, I don't want to say it's fake, it's real. You can go, but a basement house is not a place to live. You don't want to live in a ruin. You're coming to Italy to live in a ruin? That's my frank opinion. But anyone who really is obsessed with living in Italy and has €1 and wants to live there, you can. Add to that €5,000, which are the office and lawyer fees, as we said, but the option exists. But regarding life in the village, honestly, I liked it. It's nice. A wonderful life for anyone who wants to retire in a quiet place, with nice people, delicious food, and beautiful nature. It's pretty. It makes sense for someone to go retire there. That was our trip to Italy. I hope you enjoyed it and got some new information. May your journeys be many. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.